How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. Alright, so this video, it's gonna be a quick little thing. I just wanted to mention 3 titles that had popped up on my radar as far as Kickstarter is concerned. 2 of them made their goals. One of them, unfortunately, has a few days left. It may not make its goal. Keiji Inafune, he is responsible for Mega Man and Resident Evil, Onimusha, a lot of Capcom's biggest franchises. He left Capcom about a few years ago actually, and one of the titles, this will be probably his first really big thing that he's done since he partnered up with was that him? No, that wasn't him. Never mind. But this is probably one of his biggest things that he's done since walking away from Capcom. And it's a platformer. Actually, his version of a spiritual successor to the Mega Man series, which has all but been killed by Capcom, called Mighty Number 9. In spirit, it works a lot like Mega Man. So it's going to be really cool to see how the game turns out. But in 2 days, it broke its goal, and it ended up making about a little over $4 million via Kickstarter and PayPal. So that game has been funded fully, and it'll show up also not just on PCs but on Steam, not Steam, on PSN as well as the 3DS. So that's a big deal. That a title like that got that kind of funding in this gaming market, where everybody always says that there's no room for old school Japanese style gaming. A Japanese platformer is got funded on Kickstarter. So that's that's a real thumb to the nose of those who have said that Japanese gaming is a dead thing. Also, another very Japanese title has gotten funded through Kickstarter. Actually an official sequel to River City Ransom, called River City Ransom Underground. It's been funded. It'll be a PC, I want to say a PC only title. I'm not sure if they got enough funding to put it on Macs or anything like that, which I don't see why they can't just get the title put on Steam and go from there, but maybe that's their plan. I don't know. But River City Ransom Underground has the same beat 'em up RPG hybrid gameplay that made River City Ransom such an iconic title on the NES when it came out. So that's a really big deal that title got, that title came out of nowhere, because none of us have held out hope that any of those titles would ever see the light of day again in that particular style, in that particular series. Because if you don't know, River City Ransom it exists in the same universe as Renegade, Double Dragon, Super Dodgeball, Nintendo World Cup, Crash and the Boys Street Challenge. A lot of those games, though Crash and the Boys Street Challenge was Americanized heavily, a lot of those games existed in that universe. So that's a big deal. And lastly, the title that may not make its goal, this new Mutant League game called Mutant Football League. It's going to essentially be a follow-up to Mutant League Football, and as much as excited as I was about it, and as happy as I was to see Michael Mannheim working on this title, sadly it may not make its goal. And I mean, there wasn't a huge push behind it. Which is weird because there was push behind a Cheetah Men remake, but not a remake of or a new Mutant League football game. So that kind of shows how weird retro gaming culture can be sometimes. So I hope they make the goal, because I would love to play that title, but we don't know. But that's it for me today. Shout out to everybody who supports the blog. And I'll catch you beautiful people next time. This has been 8-Bit Animal.